Hello and welcome to a new Tuesday Treadmill Talks. A lot to talk about. We'll start with movies. I saw 2 movies recently. The first with my lovely girlfriend. We saw Wonder Woman. Pretty good. DC made a decent movie. It was actually not a depressing piece of shit like all the Zack Snyder movies are. But hey, we got Justice League for that, right? Overall, pretty good movie. Next, I went and saw Spider-Man Homecoming. A lot better than I thought. Probably the second best superhero movie this year. It beats out Guardians of the Galaxy because Guardians of the Galaxy had a little too much goofy, not that funny humor in it that distracted from the plot, and this didn't, surprisingly. But Logan still beats out all. It's been a good year for superhero movies, though. Not everything has sucked. So yeah, go check out Spider-Man Homecoming and Wonder Woman. Alright. Video game wise, I finally finished Life is Strange. I'm very happy with this, by the way. What an emotional roller coaster of a video game. I fucking loved it. With the exception of Chapter 2. Chapter 2 is a little tedious. But Chapter 5, holy shit, was it good. For those of you who don't know, Life is Strange is a game. I think it's a French game. I'm not sure though. But Square Enix helped produce it. You play as this girl, Max, who can rewind time. And it starts out and her friend gets murdered. She rewinds time and stops it. And it goes from there. It's a really crazy murder mystery drama reality changing game. Really good. Will recommend it. I went out of my way and took all of the additional photos, and I 100%ed the game. But that's just me. You don't have to do that in order to get a good experience out of the game. So yeah, Life is Strange. Go check it out. Well, it's an M-rated game though, just to let you know. Let's see. I rewatched all of the Spider-Man movies the other day. Going back to movies, I bought them all and I just watched all of them, and it was interesting having Homecoming and having Marvel Studios doing Spider-Man movies. It's just very interesting, the different takes, you know. So there's that. Reading wise, I finished Guardians of the Wills last weekend. We'll review it tomorrow, I think. And then review Battlefront Twilight Company. And then, of course, I started, well, this was a little unexpected. I had a little time to pick out, I wanted to read something different, because I've been reading a lot of The Dark Tower. I finished The Wastelands. I think I talked about that last week. And I wanted to take a break from that. I'm reading Predator Incursion by Tim Levin. It's the first Predator book I've read. I'm over halfway through it already. It's a very short book. Very weird book. Very weird terminology is used that you're just expected to know. But then again, to be fair, I've never read anything Predator. Really. Not any of the comics. Except for Predator Hunters, which is coming out right now. I've never read any of the Predator novels. It's not like with the Aliens universe where I kind of know a lot of it. Predator, if it wasn't in the movie, I don't know. it's not AVP. I'll be honest, I've read pretty much everything from that because I was really into that as a kid, which you shouldn't be reading when you're a kid. AVP comics are very violent and gory and nasty, but I did it anyway. Aliens is more of a thing in the last couple years getting into. But Predator Incursion, it's decent. Tim Levin, as a lot of you know, wrote probably one of the worst Star Wars novels ever written, which was Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void. This is just weird. He writes a lot of alien novels now, like he has his own sort of storyline, I guess, in the alien books. They're not aliens, they're just alien. That he's been writing. He writes a lot of that now. So, yeah. Just reading that. I'm thinking about reading some more comics, but I don't want to review them the way I used to review comics, because my thing is, I have so much to read, and I can't edit the way I used to. So I want to start a comic book podcast, where I just talk about a book, have a book club sort of thing, like Paper Cake does. Well, Paper Cake's ending, so I'm going to have to fill that void in my life by doing it myself. That's like the story of this year for me. The Flap ended, so I guess I have to make Backpedalers podcast. This happened, so I have to do this. Because I'm at this point where I'm not expecting anyone to do stuff that I like, necessarily, except for Matt doing his, and the Geeks Addict doing their reviews on Star Wars books, and Django occasionally making a video that's not a trailer reaction. I love you, Django, but fuck your trailer reactions. You know I don't like those. So I'm at this point where I'm like, I gotta make some content that I would want to watch, in the hopes that it'll inspire people to do stuff like that, so I can watch it or listen to it. Plus, I don't want to edit a comic book, so many comic book reviews, because I find them a pain in the ass to edit because of adding art in. Because if I get art off the computer, I have to spend twice as long making it the correct size so it doesn't look like shit. Yes, you saw the Star Wars review? It looks terrible. I don't know what I was thinking. Everything's stretched out it looks like crap. So yeah, so a lot of times you've seen I film me turning pages, but that doesn't always look good. Sometimes it looks it's got horrible lighting, and I just give up and not care. So, I want to do it in podcast form. I want to do more podcasts and stuff, so I can practice editing audio, which is something I'm not the best at, but I want to learn to do better. It's one of my weak points. So yeah, I don't know. I'd probably just do it'd be a by myself podcast. That'll be interesting. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with some Spider-Man, because I love Spider-Man, and read the first book of the Clone Saga, because it's been on my shelf for a long time. But I don't know what to call it. I'm thinking Jeremy buys too many comics. That seems like, because that's like the whole theme of this, is I bought so much stuff, whether it was in print or in Comixology, where I've never read it. Like, it just sits, whether it's on my shelf, in a long box, or in my digital library. A lot of it's in my digital library, because I'm getting pretty good at not buying print books if I'm not going to read them right away. So there is that. Maybe I'll get Caitlin to do it since it's audio and she doesn't have to see herself. Maybe. You know how girlfriends are. So, anyway, have a nice day.